rest days. Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Tyrone. Today we're talking about rest days. Now, damn, you know what I'm saying? Now, so one thing you guys need to know about rest days is that there's like little to no emphasis on doing rest days when it comes to people giving workout advice. So you go on YouTube, you see guys giving workout advice. It's mostly, yo, train hard, you know what I'm saying, 6 days a week, you know, track your calories, etc. And I'm one of these people. Like I will, you know, die on the hill of tracking calories. Literally almost every video I talk about is about tracking all your progress. And part of the progress that you need to track is the rest days you have, what you do on the rest days, etc. Like this is what you need to do. So there's like little to no emphasis on that in the fitness space. So one thing you all should know, like something very important, is like rest is just as important as the work you put in when you train, right? When you're training, what you're doing is you're breaking down your muscle, and then when you rest, you're looking for it to rebuild and recover. So when you have those rest days, you're giving your muscles time to do that, time to recover the broken down muscle tissue and be able to also adapt to the workload that you're giving it, right? So like the purpose of you lifting heavier and heavier weights is for you to be able to adapt to lifting heavier and heavier weights. Your muscles adapt by growing. That's an adaptation, right? So for you to be able to form the adaptation faster or well enough is for you to have, like, you need to have rest days, proper rest days, right? So my recommendation, you know, is 1 to 3 rest days per week, right? 1 to 3 rest days is good enough. Some of y'all, okay, like I'll use myself as an example. So I train Monday through Friday, right? Sometimes on a Saturday I'll train, but like most of the times it's Monday through Friday. And I train really hard. I do 40 minutes to an hour of a workout. And what I'll do from Monday through Friday is I will aim to target every single muscle group, right? That's why I have the 6 days a week, sometimes 7. So I'll aim to target every muscle group two to 3 times a week, right? So, and if not 2 to 3 times, at least once I'll have hit that muscle group. That's my aim, right? So because of that, now I'll have like 1 to 2 rest days per week. Some of you guys have a more optimized workout plan. Some of you guys use full body. Some of you guys have optimized and structured your workout plan in a day that you can target those muscle groups 3 days a week. Some of you guys can target those muscle groups in 4. So the recommendation is 1 to 3 days. Some of you get 4 days a week of rest. That's good, bro. So, but 1 to 3 days a week, that will be pretty much the most optimal for you. So the most important thing, right, is what you do on the rest days, which is what I talked about. That is like key. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, oh bro, I'm gonna have like 3 rest days, you know, it is what it is, and then you're resting, but all you're doing is you know, staying up watching blue light, you know what I'm saying, or going out drinking all types of you know what I'm saying, all types of alcohol, doing crack cocaine, you know what I'm saying. That's all you're doing, bro. That's all you're doing all weekend. You're just drinking, partying, doing crack cocaine, smashing a bunch of hoes. Like, bro, this is what you're doing all weekend, and then you're calling that rest days. You're gonna go into the gym tired as hell. You're gonna go into the gym unable to perform. Why? Because you were drinking all fucking weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's so important what you do while you rest, right? Is it diet, sleep, and your general habits, your social habits. So with the diet, you need to, I'm not saying that you need to track all your calories on the weekend, but you need to make sure that you're not, you know, you're not overdoing it. Because some of you guys like to have cheat days. Some of you guys like to have cheat weekends, you know. I don't know how that's possible, but you know what I'm saying? It's like some of you guys like to have cheat days. So what will happen here is you guys will go all out and you overshoot the calories. So you overshoot the calories, but you're tracking your calories pretty well Monday through Friday, and then, you know, Saturday, Sunday, or some of you stop on Friday, like me. I stop on Friday, and then I just, you know, the next time I start tracking is Monday through Thursday. So some of y'all will stop on Friday, then you stop and you just overshoot the calories. You know what I'm saying? You go and you eat from 7 different fucking fast food restaurants. You know what I'm saying? All weekend you're just having cheat weekends. You eat, bro, some of you fat boys eating like an entirety of a pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like you're eating a whole pizza and you're thinking, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a cheat day. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why you still fat, bro. That's why you still fat. I'm talking to you, fat boy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So your diet is key. Like, I'm not saying you have to track the calories, but then if you think you're going to overshoot it, then yes, do track your calories, even on the weekend, even as you go to a fast food joint. And you don't have to track it the same way. Like, you can just literally just snap a photo of it and just send it to ChatGPT. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying with the diet, right? So just make sure you don't overshoot the calories. You know, some of you guys are like me, and when you're not tracking your calories, you tend to undereat, right? I'll also recommend the same for you. You know, put a requirement on yourself that everything you eat, you have to take a photo and send it to ChatGPT. You know, so that you know, like, yo, I'm eating okay. I'm eating enough to fuel me for the next workout, right? So the next thing is sleep. Again, bro, if you're spending all weekend smashing hoes and jagging off, like, bro, you're not gonna get enough sleep. You're not gonna get enough recovery, and ultimately, you're not gonna perform in the gym. Right? You're not gonna do your thing in the gym. Now, am I saying don't do these things? I mean, up to you, bro. It's up to you and how you live your life. But like, I'm not saying don't do these things, but what I am saying is don't overdo these things to the point where you don't get enough sleep to recover and be able to go to the gym the next Monday and train, you know, and do your workout effectively, right? Because the main thing is not just going to the gym, not just appearing, not just showing up. It's effective sets. And for you to get the effective sets, you need to get effective recovery, right? And then your general habits, this I've covered over here, right? You know, are you just drinking and partying and, you know, staying up late and, you know what I'm saying? Or are you, you know, or are you like doing your social stuff in moderation, knowing very well, like, hey, yo, look, I'm gonna socialize here, right? I'm gonna, you know, do this thing here, but then I know that, you know, I need to be asleep by a certain time, or I need to get a certain number of hours of sleep, because I know it can be boring to give yourself a curfew on the weekend. Let's be real here, bro. So you're gonna get a certain number of hours of sleep. You know, like those general social habits. Or if you're gonna drink, like, or do drugs or whatever you do, then you know, like, hey, I'm not gonna do it to the point where I'm cooked on Monday. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by general social habits, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is rest days, if done the right way, will fuel your recovery and allow you to have highly productive workouts. That's what I'm talking about. So the thing is this: when you go in the gym, it's not just about like showing up, right? Yes, you guys can say like, oh, consistency just means showing up. Absolutely, you're right. But consistency goes beyond showing up. Are you showing up and doing the right thing? Are you showing up and doing the same fucking workout, right, that you have on Monday, the same workout that you have on Tuesday, same workout that you always have on Wednesday, same workout that you always have on Thursday? Are you doing the same thing? That's also part of consistency. Are you showing up and just doing the bare minimum, stopping at mild discomfort? Or are you going hard? Are you training hard? Are you doing effective sets? That's what I mean by consistency. Consistency goes beyond showing up. And when you use your rest days the right way, it'll help in your recovery and it'll ultimately help in your performance at the gym. That's it for this week's video. I'll see you guys next time. Watch for your friends, your family. Watch for them niggas, they grinding, they envy. Watch for the women, I'm never too friendly. Watch for the drugs, they leave you dependent. Better pick your side. Loyalty is the do or you die. You need more, so I'm taking my time. Never rush from the door, suicide.